Alright, hello and welcome back to Ashgabat Cat's Let's Play That. Today, it's Extreme Sports for the Game Boy Color. I mean, it's not a prerequisite to have a good game, to have rockin' menu music. But if you do have rockin' menu music, you are that much closer to winning my heart over. Also, from the outside, it doesn't look like any dumb sports game, because again, the cover looks pretty cool. But now that we're actually in the game, and we're starting off with a fully shown-off cutscene, a fully illustrated cutscene. I mean, it's not fully animated, but again, it's a Game Boy Color. What do you expect? It's not a PSP or something. You can't just put a DVD on here. And it's like, geez, when was the last time a sports game you knew had a fully animated intro? Also, the characters look like this. It's not bad. Giant wad of cash. Back in the past, when those things existed. Not just wads of cash, also regular cash. Oh no, you can't both enter, and you can't both win the contest. There's no way you could do some sort of thing like sharing the money with each other. No, that's absurd. Winner take all. Even if they are in a relationship? Are they in a relationship? Or are they brother and sister? The picture of them hugging each other was mildly ambiguous, but I'm leaning towards boyfriend-girlfriend, which does not make any sense at all why they immediately just kind of fight against each other. So anyway, our choices are Guppy and Finn. Also, I'm not sure if you noticed yet by now, but doesn't she look kind of vaguely familiar? That art style look vaguely familiar. Whoa. Her waist is just too thin. It's like almost thick as her neck. That's not good for you, huh? Anyway, you might recognize this art style. It's a WayForward game. She looks more or less like Shantae. Like a sporty Shantae. Okay. So you actually have control over your character here. I was thinking this was another cutscene. Okay, so you can move around the D-pad. A and B do nothing. L and R, of course, do nothing. This is a Game Boy game. What are you expecting? Select. Opens your map and start... reminds you that you're a failure in life. Okay, whoa, okay. So when's the last time a sports game you knew was actually an RPG, actually? So remember when I said that he was a failure? Well, as it turns out, he now has 1 medal. Heck yes! What's my name? Oh man, memory test 3 minutes into the game? Well, if I remember correctly, his name is... just kidding. It's time to name him what I guess this is a Gabat sort of time, though. Oh, it fits perfectly. We throw in a few, old school swear words in there, but that's all for now. Gabat. Finn? That's dumb. That's a dolphin name. Surprisingly, I can't remember any dolphins actually named Finn. Oh, what? No way gym leaders or anything? And, away we go. Again, none of the buttons do anything. You can't run. Oh, cool, a crowd with sharp pincers. I would, not share those sentiments. Oh, okay, I thought this was just some random guy talking to us, but it turns out he was a coach. So coaches look just like regular people, just like real life. So skyboards, I'm very familiar with this, as this is a real life sport. I can't tell. He looks kind of angry, doesn't he? And it's waiting for you to press B to start us off. Welcome to the completely real sport of skyboarding. The coach completely neglected to tell us how to play the game. Okay. So you can press B, I guess? Oh, I see. As you pick up the pictures, then you can do what it says on them for tricks? That's almost intuitive. It makes for a good game, but it's a little bit weird. I also like how, depending on what order you pick them up in, that, you gotta deal with that. And if you screw up, of course, you don't get the combo. Also watch out for birds, but again, that's just good advice for regular life. Ah, these combos. Why can't I pick them up consistently? On the bright side, though, the points we need to qualify are actually nice and low. Good for a beginner. So, I'm not complaining so much. Good gosh, it's almost like playing Wario, where it's like, hey, welcome to the game. Try to figure out how to do it. It's a new record, because no one else has done this. Oh, well now he's all sad. No, he's just laying there dejected. Are you a coach, or just a random guy? I guess he's a coach. You can tell because he's wearing a shirt that says staff. Welcome to skateboard training. Whoa, 2,000 points. This could be tricky. And once again, you press B to go. Alright, so it looks like it's all about building up your speed. Maybe? And then you can do a trick if you're feeling ambitious. Oh, it tells us how to play the game. I see. And if you... What the heck is up with our flag indicator? What is up with the flag indicator in the bottom left-hand corner? Is that showing us our progress between the two waypoints? Oh, this is unfortunate. This is a little hard to control, but it's kind of funny. It's like, oh, I gotta know at all times where I am on the half pipe, which doesn't make any sense, but... Whoa, I accidentally did a trick. Only 20 more to go. So I can't say that I know how to skateboard now, but I can say that I know how I'm going to get the points. So it turns out, if you make a bunch of circle movements and then press B, I guess, every now and again, you'll do a kickflip. This seems to be the most effective and surefire way of earning points. Oh my god, this is hurting me. But, it looks like there's some way, some button combo that you can input, and then you start going up the half pipes. You can also, once you're at the top, you can press up or down, and then earn points by doing a quick handstand. But I still say kickflips are the way to go. Well, it would be if I knew how to do them. So you make a full circle, and then you press B. Works every time, 70% of the time. Well, I wish it was 70%. Alright, and if there's one thing sports in real life have taught me, once you get the minimum goal, just give up. Now we can pretend like, huh, so you, you can't quit the game early, but hey, why not? Try. Oh, they are probably going to expect us to actually quit somehow? Why did it not end? Because with the last one it was a race, so you make it to the end and it's like, well, that's it, that's all she wrote. Oh, there we go. And only 13 seconds to spare. That could have ended in tragedy. It's a new record. Yep. You did it. Now he's gonna sit down. Not because I beat him, but he's sitting down because I made a mockery of his sport. Well, let's see what the next person has to offer. Duck the rails, grind the bars. Sure. Or stand in one spot and do tricks. Okay, so you accelerate with A and you jump with B, which is not at all intuitive if you've played Mario at any point in your life, but hey, you make do with what you got. Oh, I see. I was supposed to grind those rails. Something about like giant rails at about eye level though just kind of, you know, trips me up. Also, parking cones trip me up. So you press up to grind the rails toward a quite frankly acceptable amount of points. Inline skating is actually a lot of fun. What? You didn't even have to earn any points? You just had to get all the flags? If only there was some way to know this ahead of time. Not too easy, huh? You think this is hard? You should try skateboarding. So, even though I ran into the bar, I still tripped. So, that's kind of an interesting quirk. Just in case you're wondering, can you go backwards? Yes, you can go backwards and get all those flags you missed. That will also, you need them all. That's it, you're ready to go! This isn't even a fan translation, that was an official human being who decided that those words should go there. Oh man, I love this game, Tron! Get going and don't stop for anything or anyone! Hey, how did you know I play arcade racers? Signpost for instruction. You can read... Whoa, 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 we can't let that fact go by. The signposts tell you how to play the game. Huh. Huh. They must have made this game with the assumption that you would enter from the left, but I decided to trip them up and enter through the right direction. Oh. Nice. Let's check something out. Oh my god. Twitchy snake, what the heck? Maybe these instructions don't do anything good for you, but I'm a little bit curious. How do you play skateboarding? Okay, well, now I know intellectually, or mentally, how to play skateboarding. And physically, I'm acquainted with the controls, but I cannot connect the two. I still have no real idea how skateboarding works. But that's fine, because it's time for Street Luge. That's right, Street Luge. One of the most long-lived sports ever. Street Luge. I remember learning about Street Luge in a Flash game. That's about right. This was concurrent with Digimon. For some reason I want to say I learned about it from Digimon. Well, let's see. There are obstacles and there are jumps, and now in a little bit of technical engineering, there's actually stuff that obscures your view, which is frankly a pretty cool effect. Even on the Nintendo, which is like a souped up Game Boy, that would be a cool effect. But here, it's like super cool. The tires do obstruct your view. Or obstruct your path, at any rate. Yeah, so evidently the lady telling us to only accelerate was definitely having a laugh at our expense. You should not do that at all. You should take it nice and easy. Okay, good. For a second there I saw 0 out of 6 flags. Like, oh, there were flags? But there were not flags. Alright. Oh, there's one more. Well, I could read the signpost. Or I could talk to him. He's kind of watching me make this decision. Well, let's talk to him, see what he has to say. Hey bud, I've been turning clumsy oafs like you. That's... Alright. So in 2 minutes, get 2,000 points. Also, can you figure out how to do surfing? Well, immediately showing that I cannot. So evidently there's something you have to do immediately or else you just... Oh, I'm surfing on the wave and the bottom is bad. Sure, that's probably how real surfing works too, but it's not like I know how to real surf either. Okay, so it's like those old school chopper games where you press B a whole bunch to go up. And the more or less you press B, then... Oh, or you control your direction with up and down? This game is like strangely intuitive and also counterintuitive. Let's just say, of all the games I've played so far, while obviously skateboarding is not my favorite, this game is also a little weird. Oh, so you just press up and down. You don't even have to press B or something? Well, try again. Look, just keep trying, okay? Eventually you'll enter the tournament someday. Just keep trying. I mean, I only get paid every time you try, but who's talking about that? Clumsy oafs like you. You know, those words actually kind of sting now that I know I'm bad at surfing. Okay, so the key to getting starting with surfing is to not do anything. You just press up and down, and that's it. Maybe you can jump with A, maybe you can jump with B, I don't know. Don't do it, it's a trap. Just up and down, up and down. Surfing is actually the easiest game. Just watch out for sharks though. They might actually kill you in real life. Yeah, I should have watched out for that shark a little more intently. But the best part is, I don't even have to do anything and I just automatically finish. Now how is that for a great game? The game plays itself. Oh, now I'm free to roam the island. So who let me in here in the beginning then? Oh, most medals. Well, I'm so good, I can find medals. Oh, now he tells me how saving works. The developers really expected you to enter from the left, but as it turns out, you can enter from both directions. So I don't know what they were thinking. But yeah, earning medals is pretty easy. You can just, well, first I have to find a save station, but you can just find medals lying around. I don't even have to enter your stupid sport events. I would prefer to find a saving thing, though. Okay, it has been officially confirmed. Guppy is our girlfriend. Oh, okay. So the save station. Save and continue, please. So, on the map, they show up as helpful red dots. So, that doesn't tell you where the people are, that tells you where the save stations are. Well, as a paranoid young kid, though, I would say save stations are probably more important than people. So, well, fair enough. There is a reward in that canoe. I know it, you know it, we all know it. How do we get to it? It's not like you taught me how to swim or anything. Whoa, you need a total of 50 medals. That is a lot more medals than I would have expected existed. 130 medals. Now, I guess it's implied because there were 200 participants that there were 200 medals to earn, but that's a lot of medals. I can imagine if you're a kid, you're playing this game, you're going to be playing this game for a long time. But again, I know how it is to play these sports games. Like, I played Mario Tennis since forever, so if I got a game like this, yeah, I'd probably love this stuff. I'd probably play it over and over. I always kind of thought it had like a dumb cover, but, well, that's me being a chump. Oh, inline skating. Pfft, I can beat you any day of the week. I don't even have to collect all the flags. Wait, those coaches didn't give us any medals, did they? So apparently if you get Super Colas, then you can just invincible through everything. Which, if that doesn't sound like a ringing endorsement for Super Cola, then I don't know what is. There seemed to be more obstacles than when I trained with the coach. It's almost like the coach was holding out on me or something, not teaching me everything I needed to know. So, just like school then. Hey, what the heck? Oh, okay, I'm not even halfway. So yes, you can skate on trees. I know that doesn't seem physically possible, but... is this a skateboard thing or a treasure hunt? Oh, and you can grind on vines, which, as always, is not a good idea in real life, but hey, this is video game life. Yeah, wow, so this really is like a scavenger hunt. It's like the very first thing you have to do is look around and find all the flags. I still don't know where they are, but I'll find those red flags sooner or later. The trick is to look in the trees. Yeah, I knew that part, but there are a lot of... There's a double jump. The coaches didn't even tell me at all about the double jump. It seems like that'd be a useful thing to know about. But, well, you learn something new every day. Okay, he's lying. There seems to only be a single jump. You can tell because he has different music. Now come to mama. Okay, sure. Inline skating. This'll be easy. I didn't even bother looking at the requirements. Oh, okay, so it's the same course as that other guy. Unfortunately, I still don't understand how to do that one course, so I don't know how doing this course is gonna be any better. Well, that was new. I managed to trip in the air, seemingly in the air. You can't beat the Goon Squad. Well, she's not wrong, but it hurts. Alright, let's see where surfing is. So what the heck? We're doing skateboarding, but we're nowhere near a half-pipe. They did not prepare me for this. Well, strangely, I'm doing better than I was in inline skate. Oh, what do you know? It's our old friend, the half-pipe. Huh. So why would you not... Okay, apparently you can just hold your pose on the edges and just get points ahoy. I mean, you can't get greedy, but hey, that's just life. Now, we have to escape this dreaded foe and continue on with our battle. Zamir, did he seem to accelerate up the stairs? It's like, that seems a little implausible. No, I'm not trying to show off my trick dominance. I'm just looking for flags here. It seems like you can grind on, like, everything, though. Well, one could grind on everything if they were sufficiently skilled. Oh, I almost beat him on accident. But it turns out he wanted tricks, not flags. I like how there's like a referee for the half-pipe. It's like you never know when somebody's gonna get stranded in here. That sounded like a joke, but it's actually not. Please send help. So it turns out, getting up real fast, the trick to that is just pressing A really, really, really quickly. I didn't think such a thing would work, but what do you know? You learn something new every time you play a battle against somebody. Unfortunately, I still don't know how to turn around on the half pipes. But if I can accelerate fast, hey! Just barely enough, but I beat the guy. How many medals do I get? Please give me like 70. Okay, so now I have 2 medals. 2 medals. Only like 198 more to go. On the bright side though, when you do defeat somebody, then they just kind of sit down in a dejected pose. Which, I mean, it's a nice way of keeping track of people who you've humiliated. I kind of wish in the Pokemon games, like the trainers you beat, they would just kind of sit down, kind of go cross-legged and just kind of think about their lives. It's like, what led to this? How could I have avoided this? I really don't know what Gabat's doing right now, but I don't like it. How can so many athletes think they're the best when clearly I'm the best? Well, with my newfound skateboarding skills... Oh, he wants me to... Did he really want me to scavenger for the flags? Ay, talk about diversified challenges. Well, at least I get two minutes to do this. But man, I beat the last guy because I figured out how to get points. But now this guy wants me to also get flags. This game is only going to get harder and harder. Oh, but maybe at least it's always the same. Maybe it's always the same course. Oh, okay. I see. So you can turn around by just pressing the opposite direction. I thought it would be a little bit harder than that, but, well. There's a flag up here the whole time, but it looks like you need a lot of speed to get it. And you can't jump off the thing because then you do a handstand. Oh my gosh, how am I going to get that flag? I don't think I will. Oh. I was going to jump on the tree, but you can't do that, as it turns out. Okay, lost cause. Close enough. It's not close enough. Well, he said, he indirectly implied at least, that he was the best. And you know what? Maybe he is. But at least, I'm not the worst. I beat one person, all the coaches, and found a medal on the ground. So that means I'm not last. At least, not last. Whoa. I was about to reset the game, and then I realized, most important thing, I have to save, or else I really will be the worst. Where is the nearest save station? I see. This is worse than Link's Awakening with the map. In case you haven't heard, you can use these save stations to record your progress, which is funny, because record is actually a more complicated word than save. Well, that was Xtreme Sports by WayForward. WayForward have developed a bit of a reputation for Shantae on the Game Boy Color as being a superior Game Boy Color experience. And I don't know if this came before or after Shantae, but it certainly keeps up the legend of WayForward quality. And I mean, honestly, it's a very expansive game. Like, there seem to be a lot of courses to do the sports on, there seem to be a lot of variety in the challenges. Of course, this is far too much content for me to handle, but if I was a bored 12-year-old with a Game Boy Color, a worm light, and 50,000 AA batteries, I would be set. You just play this all day, all night, you spend your whole summer playing Extreme Sports. Well, that's inarguably the best use of any summer I've ever heard. It's an interesting game. I mean, You wouldn't think it. In a sense, it's just a minigame compilation. But on the other hand, like, it's wrapped up in an RPG, so it doesn't quite feel like that. And I mean, hey, if you think about any real RPG you've played, it's not like there's that much gameplay anyway. There's a bit of progress. Now, how does it stack up to the other Game Boy Color sports RPGs, Mario Golf, Mario Tennis? Well, that's kind of where the differences lie. So in this game, well, it is sort of like a minigame collection. Each of the individual games you play is, while it is somewhat engrossing, it's not necessarily comprehensive. Like, each one of the games you play, like, it's a nice little side diversion from all the other games, but none of the individual games is kind of strong enough to really hold your own interest. And frankly, some of them kind of seem the same, like inline skating, skateboarding. It's like, what's the difference? It's like, well, I mean, the wheels you're strapping to your body, but quite frankly, it's the same sort of experience. So maybe there's not as much variety as I would have thought, because again, Mario Golf, Mario Tennis, it's like, yeah, all you do is play golf, all you do is play tennis, but just that core feedback loop of playing those games, it's amazing. Like tennis, there's a lot of richness you can get with the tennis. There's a lot of cool sounds, cool, like, I don't know, visual effects they do. It's, I don't know, Mario Tennis for the Game Boy Color is, well, I don't want to say it's my favorite game, but it's certainly one of my favorite games. It's just definitely a game that brings me back to nostalgia. This game, it seems kind of like it could do that. And again, talking about Mario Golf, it's like the golf experience, I mean, well, it's no secret how golf video games work. I mean, you aim in a direction, you choose your meter, but somehow, I mean, Mario Golf does it very, very well. And then you get to this game, and it's like, it's just ever so slightly more rough than those games. And especially, too, because, like, you have to look for flags. And it's like, okay, so you gotta play through and memorize the course. And I mean, that's nice. It'll engage you. It'll take your time up. But it doesn't, like... It just doesn't feel fun the first time around, because you play Mario Tennis, it's like you play against a new person, and it's like, well, you already kind of know how tennis goes. It's like you can have fun trying to beat him the first time. This game, it's kind of like, well, you play it over and over and over, and you figure out all the tricks, and then you beat the guys using the tricks, and that's about it. And it's like, yeah, okay. Whereas Mario Tennis, I mean, yeah, there's, I guess, if I want to reduce it down to just learning tricks, then it's all about learning the tricks, but at least the tricks you learn apply more generally. You know, the more I talk about this game and other related sports RPG games, which, frankly, I'm somewhat surprised is a genre, but now I'm just disappointed that there isn't more of it, I'm beginning to realize that these sports RPGs are not as rich of an experience as I would have liked. Maybe as a kid. Okay. So I guess that goes back to why I like them more than this. Those are games that you can just kind of zone out and play. Those are games where it's the gameplay itself is rewarding enough. It's enough of a feedback loop. Versus this game where, I mean, you have to be a bit more engaged, but like, it's not necessarily engaged in the right way. Like, you kind of run through the path, you kind of run through the stage, figure out the best path, but it's like, well, you're almost essentially playing a platformer. You're not like playing a sport game. The whole appeal of a sports game is that there's just like this core gameplay loop, or core gameplay, that the whole thing focuses on. You just get better and better and better at that core bit of gameplay. This game, it's almost more like a platformer in disguise. It's your RPG platformer. Still though, I mean, even if this is third best sports RPG on the Game Boy Color, which again, I'm frankly amazed as a genre, being third amongst the greats is not a bad place to be. And honestly, I kind of wish I had picked this up as a kid, because I've been thinking through my Game Boy games. It's like there were a few stinkers in there. There were definitely a few games I would have gladly traded for this game. And honestly, you compare it to some of the Game Boy stuff, and it's like, it can beat that with its eyes closed. So Xtreme Sports, evidence that WayForward was pretty great even back then. Well, on that historical note, this cat's got a scat.